fickle. Money can be too. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but everything you say you do, word eternal. I believe it's true, 'cause I witness miracles. Hope for tomorrow. Just like mustard seed, faith's all it takes to move mountains. And I know you never leave me alone. Your never-ending, unchanging love springs like a...
Welcome to another vlog. I am Shanika, if you are new here, in case you're new here. It's basically about me walking with God in my 30s. And in these vlogs, you're going to find everything from real life moments, cooking moments, family moments, and just walking with Christ. Surrender, obedience, transitions, sometimes a little bit of Bible study, just everything that is just real life as a Christ follower. So if you're new, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. If you are a continuous viewer, welcome back. I'm so excited. All right, so I wanted to make this vlog specifically about faithfulness. And I think that's like the theme of this entire vlog. It's all about getting back to the basics on everything. So as you've seen in my previous vlogs, wellness has been a thing that I've been on top of since the end of last year into this new year. And so that is what we're going to continue to ride hard on. Definitely spiritual health, because that's important, and just all overall health, physical health, all of the things. And so I think God has really been just speaking to me in this season about faithfulness. And while discipline was just something that I just couldn't get into as much, like to a degree, but right, like routines for me just wasn't something that I kind of prided myself on, because it just felt restrictive. Like I just felt like I really, really preferred just being able to flow and to be more inspired in the moment versus feeling like I'm tied down and bottled down and trapped by a routine. And I think a lot of that stems from like childhood traumas and just feeling like I was just in a super restrictive kind of household. And so I wanted freedom the moment that I was actually free. So I think that kind of spilled over into my view of discipline and routines and just all of that stuff. But in the past year, especially, God has been dealing with me about faithfulness, and not just discipline, but beyond disciplined. And so discipline is just like, you know what to do and you do what you need to do for results. Faithfulness, on the other hand, it's not results based or not results oriented, but it's more based on a love. So for instance, like you are faithful in your marriage because you love your spouse, or you are faithful in a job because you care about the team or the company itself or the betterment of everyone. Like I think faithfulness goes beyond discipline in that it's beyond self, I think. So when you look at it with faithfulness in the things that God asks us to do, we're not doing it out of the need for results. We're doing it out of the basis of loving God and wanting to just be obedient to God. So I honestly, personally feel like faithfulness is a step above discipline. I definitely know that God has been dealing with me with faithfulness on just so many areas, and that includes wellness and taking care of my body, being more faithful in having a prayer life and being in his presence and all of those things. So yeah, so this is what this vlog is going to really be about, but you're going to see it in so many different aspects. And I'm going to be showing you guys some really delicious meals that I've been making, some of which are actually on my website, Organs and Sweet Tea. So if you have followed Organs and Sweet Tea or are not aware of my recipes that I have done, I definitely recommend doing that. I always have that linked in the description or even in the link in my YouTube. But yeah, so that is what the name of this, the theme of this vlog is: back to basics and learning faithfulness with God in all things. And so, as always, I really pray that this vlog episode blesses you, helps you, and just, you know, makes you feel good in any way possible. And always don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps with the support of this channel, and it also helps with being able to have other people who need this vlog or who needs to see my channel where I talk about the Word of God and I teach certain things and whatnot. They're able to actually come across that. And so, yeah, so don't forget to do that, guys. In this vlog, you're going to see some mini grocery hauls and all the things. I'm not going to tell you all, but it's going to be really great. So I hope that you guys have been loving the direction of these vlogs. As you can see from the last few vlogs that I've been doing, we've been tapping into more of the cinematic things. And so we're tapping really into the creativity of it all. From Orchids and Sweet Tea, that's what we were known for in our videography, the creativity, flavor, the boldness, the POV. So that's what we're taking into these things that we're doing for the Lord. And so vlogs included. And I'm also excited about the mini series. At this point, by the time you see this vlog, you've probably already seen the first episode of the mini wellness series, which is a cinematic series. So I really hope that you guys loved it. If you watched it, let me know in the comments. I would love to know. If not, I will have it at the end of this video as a next video to watch so that you can watch that. But I think that would be another cool POV for you to see the type of content and just the creativity that me and my husband have in terms of just content creation and all the stuff in the faith-based space. So yeah, so I don't want to talk your heads off. That is all. I just wanted to welcome you guys. And also, I have my Sephora haul a lot earlier. It was actually supposed to come tomorrow, but it actually came today. So I want to show you guys that. And then, yeah, you guys will see the rest of the stuff. So like I was saying, recently I actually threw out a lot of my makeup. And so before you come for me, let me give a disclaimer. This is something that was a personal conviction of mine. And I also want to preface that I'm not one of those believers that is fearful of everything being demonic and just all of the things. The moment that it has like a worldly view, I think it's demonic, blah, blah, blah. Right? But I do understand the spiritual realm. I do understand that everything is spiritual. And I do understand that there are only two kingdoms, kingdom of darkness and obviously the kingdom of heaven and light, right? So I want to make that clear before I continue. Like I was saying, I actually threw out a lot of my makeup because I realized that they weren't just secular, that they represented either people or brands that were promoting spirituality that opposed my belief in Christ. And so I don't want to support any brand on any level, especially financially, that is doing so, right? So I don't care what you choose to do in your own personal belief or space or whatever. But in terms of me endorsing it in any way or supporting it in any way is just not what I am going to do personally. So with that being said, there were quite a few brands that I threw away that I had, some in which I've actually promoted even in previous vlogs. And so there's brands like Fenty that I threw out. I can't remember what her name is, but it starts with a C, but her last name is Tillery, I think, or something like that. Anastasia, Beverly, One Size by, I think, Patrick Starr, Edam, which I loved their products, but they also came out with a product that was originated from witchcraft. There was NYX, I think I had like just lip pencils from them. I didn't even know about them like that, but I just bought that because I thought it was something that was inexpensive or whatever on Amazon. But just, yeah, a few brands, but I will also list those in the description for you if you want to actually know the list. But yeah, so I threw those out because I just felt convicted, whether they were just a celebrity that I just know that promotes or represents, again, the things that oppose my belief, or whether it was brands or a celebrity or person that actually is promoting spirituality, witchcraft, those things that are against my beliefs. So that is all that I wanted to preface. So since I did that, I had to replace things that I threw out. So a lot of the things were actually really foundational things for makeup. So I had to replace those. And so first and foremost, I didn't replace this, but this is one that I wanted to actually get. This is actually a Daily Rescue Facial Spray by Towers 28. And so I see a lot of people use this as like a spray after they do like the mask that you peel off in the mornings, or you just do it as like a refresher, and it's supposed to help with like inflammation, and it's supposed to be a great like protector for your skin barrier or whatever. So I'm excited to try this and see if it's any good. So that was one thing that I got that was not what I replaced. Also, what I got that I didn't replace were these brightening dark spot patches by Topicals. So apparently these are really great as well. As you guys know, I've been one of my major skincare concerns is the remaining black spots and pigmentation that I have. So I wanted to get these patches to really get into it, as I also use my serums and those kind of things to further help with the dark spots. And then I also finally pulled the trigger on the La Mer lip balm that I was telling you guys about. So I remember I told you it was like $80. So yes, this little thing here, $80. But like I said, this has been definitely represented, or, you know, expressed as the holy grail of lip balms. So of course I just want one that works, especially in the wintertime where it's really bad and your lips get really dry and chapped and whatnot. So I got it. I'll let you guys know if it is worth it or not. I have their moisturizer, which has been amazing. And a little literally goes a long way. And so although this small thing is like $200, it has really been amazing. I have not had any breakouts or anything. I haven't felt my pores being clogged, none of that stuff. And it's a pretty thick kind of moisturizer, but you feel the softness and the refreshingness of your face when you put it on. So yeah, so there's that. Then I also got, I think this is how you say it, Laneige. Not sure how you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm butchering it, guys. But this is a lip tint that I got from them. So it's kind of like a darker nude kind of color. And so I wanted to obviously try this because I always like a good lip. I like to not always have lipstick, but have like lip tints. So it's a lip gloss with a little color just for regular days where I don't feel like doing a whole makeup or putting on lipstick. And then I also got another kind of lip care kind of protector from, I think is Boysance is how you say it. Sorry again if I'm butchering, but this is it. And it's literally just 24-hour moisturizer, and it's vegan. It's a vegan balm, and apparently it's really good. So I have that as a backup to the La Mer as well. And then as another lip product, I have two actually. I have Myed. I think that's how you say it, hopefully, or Made. Not sure how they pronounce it, but so I got this one, and this one is in the, I don't see the color here, but I think I got one that was more nude-like, and then I got one that had a little bit of color. But this is how it looks in terms of the tube. Really, really awesome. And then it has like a very nice kind of gold tube part or spout for you to put on your lips. So it's very, very awesome. It got really great reviews and Sephora, so I'm excited to try that. So this is like another kind of moisturizer, and it apparently has stem cell. It hydrates and restores. So I got, like I said, two different shades of it, but I'm excited to try those, and I'll tell you guys how that is as well. And then I got this eyebrow kind of gel for my eyebrows for when I'm doing makeup, an eyebrow gel and brush. And so I needed to replace mine's anyway. And then I also, and that's from Merit, right? And then from Merit, I also got complexion sticks. So instead of liquid foundations, which I was using before, I actually decided to actually get these complexion sticks so that it actually works as a great kind of like foundation, but it's lighter. And so, yeah, I didn't want heavy liquid foundations anymore. Going forward, I think especially since my face has been clearing, it's just great to have just in minimal areas having this, and then having concealer, and then doing the whole bronzer and all of that stuff. So I'm actually planning on doing lighter, more natural looking makeup versus packing on all of that, because the whole point is like, for skincare, I don't want to pack on all that stuff and then be trying to reverse it every time with just doing all the skincare stuff. So as much as I can wean off of a lot of those heavier things, that's what I plan to do. And so that's why I got this instead of foundation, liquid foundation this time around. Then I also got this skin enhancer, which is supposed to replace my finishing powder that I had by One Size by Patrick Starr. So this is actually Makeup by Mario. And so I got this for as a thing that I do as like a finisher after I do my setting powder. And then I, last but not least, got, well, not last but not least, but in terms of makeup, I got Laura Mercier. So I got 2 concealers. So again, I only bought 2 because I wasn't sure which color directly would be perfect for my skin tone. So I wanted to get 2 just in case I might need to mix it to have it perfected, or it's actually one or the other. So if it ends up being one or the other, then the next time around, I don't have to get 2. I'll just get the one that is actually the perfect match. But I got the 2 that were closest so that I can really see which one is perfected. But that's also by Laura Mercier. I actually use her setting powder and it's really, really awesome. So top tier in terms of her products. And then last but not least, I got brushes because I had to replace brushes that I had previously because a lot of my brushes were like Fenty Beauty and stuff. So I actually got, I think you say Sai, the brand, SAIE. So I got 2 of their brushes, which are like, you know, blush brushes and whatnot and powder brushes. And then I got a brush by Makeup by Mario, which is like a 2-ended kind of brush, which would be great for like foundations and things like that. And then I got a concealer brush, which is a Sephora brand. And so, yeah, so that is what I got from Sephora. The only other things that I want to get next time, which will be like my last little U-haul for now, will be getting more liquid lipstick colors because I have a few, but I want to kind of expand my color palette because I wear a lot of red because I really like it, but there are some other colors that I saw that were really nice. And so I have a few that I have in my wish list to get from Sephora. And then I also want to get the La Mer moisturizer, but the night cream. So I want to get that because it's really great. I really like this. Oh, I also for this Sephora haul got this night cream, LMS, I think, or Lemis, however I usually butcher it, but LMS or Lemis. I got their Superfood Midnight Facial. So their products have been really great. I've been loving their superfood oil and stuff. So I see that they have a midnight facial moisturizer. So I got this because I don't have a night moisturizer, which is why I want to also get the La Mer night version as well so that I can always just kind of like, you know, switch it up sometimes. But yeah, so just that, the La Mer night moisturizer, the liquid lipsticks, and also like 2 facial cleansers, which are like more for acne prone skin or whatever. That's the little bit that I have left on my list to get in terms of a haul. So you guys might see that in a future vlog. But besides that, I think I'm pretty good for now in terms of products. In terms of makeup, I got the foundational things. I got things for skincare to really have like a very solid regimen. And so, yeah, so I think I'm honestly really good on that. So besides that, you guys, like that is all that I have in terms of makeup and stuff. Right now, I'm probably about to do my nails. I actually got structured gel from Gelish. So I actually got a structured gel. Hopefully you guys can see it. I got this one is actually what you can just polish on and then you just put it underneath the UV light. So I'm actually about to do that with my nails because they have been super thin, especially since like doing a lot of, you know, artificial nails and stuff like that. Also constantly my hands are in water and I'm always, you know, doing cooking and things like that. So I feel like my nails don't necessarily get a chance to harden or to really, you know, strengthen at all. And so, you know, I don't do the gloves thing. I just feel like washing dishes with gloves is like, I can get into it ever so often, but to be constantly, I just, you know, it's probably the Jamaican part of me that's just like, just sees the hands. So yeah, so I want to do structured gel because it's actually great at strengthening your nails, your natural nails. So I'm going to be doing that tonight on my own and then probably putting in like a nice color, a gel color on it. So yeah, so I really will be showing you guys later on in the vlog if it turned out really great and what I think about it. Because honestly, I've found that it's awesome that it's just like this easy thing to just like really polish on. And so yeah, so I'm excited to do that. And then after that, I'm going to shower and then get a tiny bit of admin done and then get ready for bed. And so that is really all. As you guys will see later on, I'll be showing you guys like some great finds that I found at Thrive Market as I've been continuing, again, doubling down on my eating healthy journey. And again, a lot of those brands I've actually personally worked with via Orchids and Sweet Tea. So I know a lot of the brands that are truly great in terms of standard and missions and all of that stuff in truly great products. So I also will be recommending things that I personally love, of course. And then things that I'm going to try, of course, I'll let you guys know how it is. But yeah, coming from just being a food blogger and recipe developer, like there's a level of expertise I have with ingredients, especially healthier ingredients, because that was kind of like more of my niche in some areas. And then vegan, having vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, and all that stuff experience, you know, recipes and testing all that out has just allowed me to just personally, because I personally eat like that, has allowed me to kind of know ingredients. And you know, I've learned along the way, so there were some that I thought were great at first, and then you later realize or discover that they weren't as great, and then you kind of tweak and do all of that. But yeah, for the most part, what I'm going to show you guys in Thrive Market is some really great products. I've been really adamant and intentional on buying products that are truly healthy, not just stuff that just says vegan or says dairy free or just are commercial or popular. I really want to go towards things that are healthy because, again, your health is your wealth. And so, yeah, so all of that good stuff you guys will see. You guys will see more of the Jamaican stuff that I cook and all of that stuff throughout this vlog. But yeah, again, I really hope that you guys enjoy the rest of the vlog. But I am about to, like I said, get my nails done myself. And then I am about to shower and do some stuff. So I will see you guys later. Good morning, folks. Well, it's actually afternoon, early afternoon, probably like 1 o'clock. As a family, we usually do the word and all of that stuff. So now we're getting things in motion in terms of making breakfast or brunch. And so I have been really, like I said, on my regimen with eating healthier, doing better, and it has been a struggle, which I'm gonna go further into that later on when I do my like little mini health update and what I've been doing. But right now I have my juice. I made it probably 4 days ago or so. And it's usually my same citrus juice that I make, except for this time I did pure orange juice. I think 2 apples. I don't think there was no ginger this time. I did carrots. And then I also had my usual turmeric, black pepper, and cayenne pepper. So that's what I have in this. This is all that's left. So I'm about to take this pumpkin seed oil that I have been taking for the past few days. I've actually had it for a while, and then there was this other vlogger that I was watching. Shout out to Kyra. And she was showing all of the vitamins that she takes in the mornings, and she doesn't do the pills, so she does the liquid stuff. And so she had this included, where she was talking about this, and so it just triggered my memory to actually use it because I had it here for at least 2 months or so. Because I usually take actual pill vitamins, so it's not like I don't take my vitamins. I just didn't get around to this herbal supplement, but I've been taking it for the past 3 days or so, and it has been really great, especially since I was struggling a bit with a UTI. Sorry for too much information. But it's definitely been helping. So I've been putting this in my juice. It tells you 0.5, I think, milliliters that you're supposed to do 1 to 3 times. But I only literally just take this once a day. Just stir it up and just drink it. We're about to make, like I said, brunch. So I'm probably going to do an omelet with a little toast. And then instead of doing my usual turmeric latte with coffee, I'm doing without coffee today. So you guys will see it's super simple. It's literally just minusing the coffee and just having everything else. So it'll just be milk, then it'll be turmeric, black pepper, a little bit of cinnamon, and then a little tiny sweetener. Some people add ginger powder. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but I probably might not. But keep it super simple. But my husband's going to have coffee, hence why you see the coffee machine. But yeah, I've been enjoying my juices, and it's just been good. I feel like I've been doing the juices, drinking my water. Guys, you guys would be so proud of me. If you know me personally, you know that drinking water is a struggle. But this past few weeks, I've been literally drinking my water, with no issue. I showed you guys before, I have my Stanley jug that I have, which I'm going to get another one. And so I've been just having it chilled a lot in the fridge and make sure that I always fill it throughout the day, and I at least drink 1 whole jug for the day. So I've been slowly increasing that, and sometimes I've actually been refilling it within the same day. So I'm so proud of myself, guys. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, that has been really the whole thing. Like I said, I'm going to go more deeper into how my health has been and just the struggles of the transition and just how far I've reached on the other side and all of that stuff. But right now, like I said, just drinking this and then getting ready to make like an omelet and whatnot. But yeah, I really hope that you guys have been having a great day. It is the day after the winter storm. This weekend was tons of snow, and right now it is frigid cold. I think it feels like 18 degrees or 19 degrees. So it's cold. Or I think it's like 18 degrees, yeah, or 17, one of them. But it's super cold, and so being outside is just like, if you don't need to, don't do it. But I think this whole week is actually going to be cold, and it's going to actually feel like the teens. And in the midweek, I think it goes down to like single digits feeling like. So yeah, it's going to be super cold. So literally it's like running the heater in here and just staying warm. As you can see, I have on my furry kind of shirt today, and we're just staying warm, guys. Yeah, so I really pray that a lot of you guys have made it through the storm, wherever you guys were having the winter storm. I know that like there's always risk of a lot of different things happening, like, you know, power outages and all that stuff. So I just pray that is not the case, and that, you know, I'm thankful that the Lord has kept us. He has definitely not allowed for any of those things to happen. And so yeah, that's gonna be my day. I have been spending the weekend just Sabbathing with the family, especially with the winter storm and all of that stuff. We also did that yesterday on Sunday as well, because today's Monday. And so in between that, I have been just kind of like, you know, tweaking a bit my YouTube channel and all that stuff. And so I will continue to kind of do that, and then do any new blog posts on food over faith and orchids in terms of wellness for orchids this week. And yeah, I think I just have one episode to film for this channel, which is going to be for the mini series, The Faith Talks. And yeah, that's going to be it. We're getting the vlogs out. Now we're going to be doing weekly vlogs. So you guys are going to be seeing this stuff weekly. And so I just want to kind of get in the mojo of a schedule and be consistent and just show it for you guys this year on just a level of excellence. And so yeah, that's been the thing. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now. I've been slowly creeping into just like checking social media a couple of minutes a day, and it has been chaos every time that I go on, and I just come right back off. And so that is the season that I am in, just kind of like consecrating myself from just all the noise in the world. And God has been like talking to me about that specifically, and so that has been what I've been doing. So I'm not really on social media like that still, and it is like 27th or so. I was supposed to be actually coming back on this week, but I feel like I'll just probably give it another week. Yeah, but I will definitely, again, like I said, probably later on give you guys a little bit more of an update in terms of, like I said, my health stuff and what I've been doing and just how everything has been playing out and turning out. And so, yep. So I'm about to get this brunch started, and I will be our focus. Hey, y'all. It is Thursday, and it is actually in the evening, and we just finished making dinner. It's going to be my first time eating for today because we had a meeting for my son with his tutor. And so getting into dinner, made something easy and light, going into my Jamaican culture bag, of course. And so I know I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm about to show you guys. I made vegan stew peas, and then my husband made gluten-free fried dumplings. I have both of those recipes on my site, so I'll have those linked in the description. For the dumplings, it's actually on the site regular dumplings, but I think I have a gluten-free option on there, so you should be able to still make it. But yeah, that is it. have that with lattes and take my vitamins, and that's it. But I'm definitely going to be back on later for like a mini Bible studies. And so, yeah, you guys can see also I have my little bun here that I have my hair in. It is cold, cold, and cold. Actually, I think it's like freeze warning here in NYC, so it's like under 20 degrees. So we're being nice and warm and cozy. But yeah, so let me show you guys really quick. So, yeah. As you can see, I got the vegan stew peas and then the gluten-free dumplings. And so that is dinner. Yeah, so I'm about to eat, so I'll be right back. If I'm honest, the transition has been tough. Like tough because not just because of the hardships that has come with it, because, you know, hardships are not something that I'm new to. If you've like either watched, you know, any of my podcast episodes or just posts that I've made on like testimonial posts I've made on Organs and Sweet Tea, or just, you know, any mini series episode that I've done. Like my life has been a series of hardships and different things, right? And I think all of us have to a degree gone through some sort of trauma, hardship, you know, test trial, especially as a believer. This is what we know to be true. It's promised that we're going to have tests and trials. So this is not something that we shouldn't go in thinking that we're going to actually not have that. But I think the hardest part of the transition has just been the going deeper and really understanding what it means to follow the Lord, really understanding what it means to walk this narrow road that few find, to really understand what it means to love the Lord, to really understand my motives on wanting to follow God. And has it always been because I feel like there's a promise attached at the end? And so, yeah, I'll follow you even if I'm losing and I'm doing all of this stuff. All the way up until as long as you're going to bless me, versus what if he never blessed me? What if he never gave a promise of a better life or a better circumstance or redemption in an area that I'm looking for? Do I still serve God? Do I still follow Christ? I think those have been the things that the past year has taught me, has shown me, has pruned me, has revealed parts of my heart that I didn't realize had those motives, that wanted to just be like, Lord, as long as you bless me, I'll last. I'll hold on. And it's definitely stripped me of self-reliance. It stripped me of identity, of the things that I've put my identity in, especially Organs and Sweet Tea. Like having success in an area of your life can be sometimes your greatest Achilles heel, because now you've built an identity and a comfort and a security in that thing versus God. And you didn't realize how much it replaced God because you were doing for God. And so having that and having to put aside Organs and Sweet Tea and no longer pursuing that, and, you know, that comes with dismantling everything that's attached to that, has been tough. Just again, like, what do you have for me to do? And not only just that, but you asked me to give it up because you have me doing ministry at a place that I have felt insecure and not quite secure, or I want to say worthy in, right? Even just in personal relationship, as much as I have been, you know, following the Lord since 13 and having moments of like, you know, being lukewarm, but for the most part being solid in my faith, I still didn't have that relationship that I thought I did, because yes, I prayed and I sought him and a lot of those things, but I didn't know that I didn't see him as a good father because of just the poor example I had of my own father, and just those traumas and those hurts and pains and memories and all the things I didn't realize were stumbling blocks for my relationship with the Lord. And so, yeah, the past 1 to 2 years has been something where he's drawn me deeper. And in that deepness, I've had to, you know, face a lot of traumas that I've repressed in my mind, or things that I've chalked up to I've gotten over it, but didn't. I've had to face a lot of that. I've had to lay a lot of that at his feet. I've had to lament a lot. I've had to further give up more things. I've had to like literally just strip me of myself, like literally die to myself. And that has been the hardest part. And so now, as I've been walking through that and have been at a place now where I have peace with this newer version of myself that I'm discovering every day through his grace and through the Holy Spirit revealing and guiding and all of those things, I have definitely been really understanding the importance of having a relationship with the Lord and his presence. And yes, there's been things that have continued to become hard, tests and trials that he has shown me, and he, by his grace and his mercy, he's given me warnings before things have happened. He's, directed my path in certain things. So, I'm grateful to know that he speaks to me in a way that it makes me abreast to what's coming, but it doesn't change that the human side, right? The heart, the feelings, the mind still can, even though you're prepared for a thing happening, you go through it, it still is an experience, right? And so I've learned though now, for the past, especially 2025, I've learned in 2025 and onward, the moment I experience it, to give it to him immediately. I try not to allow it to fester. I try not to allow it to settle. I try not to allow it to be rehearsed in my mind. I try not to allow it to take root, because I realize that there's still healing that he's doing. And so if I do allow it to take root, then it just contaminates the work that's being done. And so I've learned to, one, to lay it at his feet for that reason, but two, I realize that he does give peace, because when he says, all those who are heavy laden, come that you might have rest, he really does give rest, because I've experienced that rest. I've literally laid it out to him, like David has laid it out in the Psalms, and he has given rest. And as I told you guys, there's been times where he's given me scripture to let me know that he hears me. And so there's nothing more beautiful that I've discovered about my relationship with him than that. You hear me. And, sometimes it can feel overwhelming. Sometimes, in the thing I was saying about the turning back in the day of battle, sometimes it can feel long. And, this has been a long battle. It has been a long battle, but I am just very, very grateful for his strength. I didn't expect to be out here getting emotional, y'all, but it's just my life at this time, right? And these aren't necessarily, these aren't bad tears. These are actually tears of gratitude, because it's been a very, 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 it's just been a very tough 10 years. Let's put it that way. The wilderness season, right? And the wilderness season is not supposed to be easy, but it has been very tough. And there has been moments where I had to, stand alone, just in my faith alone, because that's the thing about it. Even when you and your spouse can be on one accord, the enemy's goal is always to try to create division and tension, so that it's not where 2 or 3 are gathered together and you're not on one accord, so that you can't, fight the 10,000. He wants you to be separated so that you fight less, right? And so that has been some cases sometimes. And so, it has been hard, but it was so crazy when I woke up yesterday in the morning. Happy Wednesday. It is about around 8:30 in the morning, and I am getting ready for my hair appointment. I've decided to do knotless braids again, because it's just easier for filming and all of that stuff, instead of having to constantly do my hair. Obviously in the winter. When it's summer, it's much easier to kind of do wash and goes and all of that good stuff. But in the wintertime, I'm not trying to wash my hair too often, especially since it's been brick cold in New York. We have not had any high degrees in a month. It's been so cold, the teens, and even under 10 degrees. So it's been frigid. Yeah, so it's just easier for me to just have braids, because like I said, I don't want to be washing my hair all the time. But yeah, I'm getting ready to head out. My appointment is for 9:45, so I'm leaving at 9:15 and taking an Uber. It's literally not far, 5-10 minute drive for me. I get there early at least, so she can start prepping the hair and doing all of that good stuff. But yeah, that is on the agenda for today. Hopefully you guys have been feeling great. I haven't filmed all week because it's just been so many things happening. I actually like ate out the day before yesterday. So Monday, it literally just messed up my stomach. So I'm like, time to keep on the trajectory I was on, because when I was eating great and eating at home and eating healthier all last month, the only issues I've had was with the whole fiber overload. But after that, like towards the end of the month, I literally didn't have any issues. Like my body got used to the amount of fiber that it was getting, got used to the water, got used to cutting out the sugar and, all of the like large starch stuff and all that stuff. So I was actually starting to feel really great. And then I ate out and ruined it. So we're getting back on that. So I'm finally feeling, for the most part, better. So I am getting back on the trajectory, getting back to the eating healthy. So you guys are going to see more of that in this vlog. But yeah, I'm just getting ready. I'm about to get a little bit of water, take my pumpkin seed oil before I leave, and then do that. Thankfully, my hairstylist, she's oftentimes quick, so I'm usually in and out in like 4 hours. So I give it like 1:30ish, almost 2. I should be probably on my way home, if not home. So it's just really the morning that's going to be spent. So obviously I will be recording glimpses for you guys to see process, like when she blows it out and getting it braided and all of that good stuff. I'm going to try to capture that this time. And I'm also going for brown. So I was going between black. Black is like my standard. And because I'm lighter, it always pops. And I just love black. But this time I'm going to go for brown. So brown for the new year. And so last time I had a blonde. So this time we're doing brown. And so I'm not sure if I've ever done brown. I don't think I've done brown because I was looking and I don't remember seeing photos of brown, like all brown. It's probably like ombre, but never like full brown. So I think this might be the first time. So 2026. Let's see. But as you guys know, I always use a black-owned hair, and it's by Latched and Hooked. And so they're always awesome. So I obviously stock up all the time for when it's just time for me to do braids. So I had 2 colors left. So it was between the black and the brown. So the next time that I do braids might not be until probably, if it's not summer, it's definitely fall. So but I definitely, like I said, just want, this winter is brutal, more brutal than I thought it would be, more brutal than it has been in the past couple of years. So no one's trying to be having to wash the hair weekly. I'm like, it is cold, even in apartments. If you know about New York apartments, that heat don't always be on. So but again, I got just so many things I'm doing. It's just easier to just have it in protective styles. At least I know that it's good. All I have to do is just grease my scalp and do all of that stuff. But so that's it, guys. So I'm about to finish getting ready, and then you guys will see a glimpse of outside and once I get there and the finished work. And so I will talk to you guys shortly. BRB. Hey y'all, happy Friday. It is Friday evening and I got a few things from Thrive Market again this month. So I wanted to show you guys a few of them because some of them are actually different than what I got last month. Didn't do a grocery haul because it was just crazy the past couple of days with just groceries and Amazon packages and all the things, just trying to get everything packed and away and laundry and all the stuff. So plus it was my cycle, the whole bit. So so I just was not in the mood to vlog the grocery haul, but per usual, I got, milk and all of the things, salmon and all the meats and whatnot. There are just a few things that this month that I'm getting that's different, including this meat that I'm getting from an online butcher, which I will show you guys later in the vlog, that I'm excited about. Some really premium, unique cuts. So I will show you guys that. But yeah, but for Thrive Market, I got some things. I already packed them out the box and put them on here so that I can just easily show you guys versus like digging through the box. But a few things that I got different is I usually get this actually at Whole Foods, but I got it at Thrive Market this time. And so these packets are basmati rice from Tasty Bites. I actually love this brand. So in the moments that I'm feeling lazy and don't feel like cooking rice from scratch, this has been my go-to. I use this, and I also use their brown rice. And so this has been something that's awesome. It's organic. It's healthier than the other pre-packaged easy to cook rice, but you usually literally can put it in like the microwave, or I just do it over the stovetop and add a tiny bit of butter, and boom, in like 4 or 5 minutes, done. So that, I got a couple packs of those. As always, I have my rolled oats, which are the better ones to get. I always get my stuff from Bob's Red Mill, so I got that. And these are obviously also gluten-free. So I got a few bags of those because I use oats quite a bit, especially now that I am really being intentional in eating healthier. Then I got bone broth, which you guys often see me use, from Kettle and Fire. It's my favorite brand. But at Thrive Market, they have a new one which has reduced sodium. So I'm excited to try this and see how it is. Of course, their regular ones didn't have a ton of sodium from what I saw, but this has 50% less. So we're about to see. So I got a few of these because I usually use bone broth a lot. And then for snacking, so this is a new one. This is actually taking it back, way back, because my husband used to love these years ago, and we used to get them a lot. Sahel Snacks. So if you haven't heard of these, I am telling you, I'm putting you on right now. These are really good. My husband loves these, so these are really his. I actually only took one because I'm not really a nuts girly, but this one I actually really like. So this is their maple pecans, and it has apple bits, walnuts, and cherries, and cinnamon in it. And this is the one that I took from him. So that's the one that I've been eating, but really and truly, all of these are his. So he has different varieties that I got. These I got from Thrive Market, but then I also got them on Amazon for like bigger, larger packs because he eats them a lot. So this one is honey almond, which is awesome. This one, as I showed you, is pomegranate vanilla flavored cashew. This one is pomegranate flavored pistachios. And so they are in total 4 different flavors. So those are his. And he has a ton more that I have in the cabinet that I got from Amazon, like I said. Then I got some flaxseed meal, which I always have on hand. And of course, Bob's Red Mill. And then I also got, I was showing you guys, if you saw my last vlog, I'm not sure if I featured it in yet, or it should be featured in by the time you see this vlog. I've been eating breakfast toast with like almond butter, and then I sprinkle on hemp seeds. So hemp seeds has been a thing that I used to eat a lot. So again, now that I'm being more intentional again, I'm bringing all that stuff back. So I got this one though, unlike the one that I've been using, this one has hemp seed, chia seed, and flaxseed meal. So this would be awesome to just add to baked goods in your oatmeal, sprinkle it on to toast like I've done. So many different things, but this one is, all 3. And then we have some other goodies like this, which is raw coconut butter, which is, I'm excited to try this. Have not tried it yet. I read that this is a great substitute for butter. So I'm excited, especially to try it in some cooking, but definitely in baking. So I will report to you guys if I like it and how it is, in terms of a substitute and any tweaks or changes that you have to make to really make sure that your stuff comes out as usual. And then we have this. I take this back. I'm taking it back again. I used to eat this a lot back in the day, and this is Smash Foods, their superfood fruit spread. And so this is what we are going to be using instead of jelly. We actually right now use very good fruit preserves, like Bon Maman is actually a French a French brand, and their stuff is premium. But I wanted to use this instead because this literally only has like a little small handful of ingredients, and it's literally just the fruit. Like, this is Concord grapes puree and the juice from concentrate. Then it's sweetened with dates. It has chia seeds, lemon juice concentrate, fruit pectin, and then rowan berry extract, and that's it. So literally it's like a handful of ingredients, and it is literally organic. So I wanted to try this. Usually when you get the super organic pure fruit kind of purees, they don't last long, but this one actually says that it lasts, where did I see it? In the fridge, it lasts, once you open it, you can eat it within 2 months. So, I mean, and it's a small bottle. So I'm like, this is actually really great. So I got, like I said, I got this in the grape. I also got it in the strawberry, because strawberry is like my favorite. And then I also got it in blueberry. So those are the 3 flavors. They also have, I think, raspberry, which I'm not a raspberry fan, but I think I'm going to get that next time because my husband doesn't mind it. And I'm not sure if there was another one. I think there was another one. So there might be 5 in total, guys. Don't quote me, but it's definitely 4. And then I also got psyllium husk powder. So I got this because I'm planning on, and I think I'm going to do it in this vlog or my next vlog, I'm planning on making a super seed kind of bread from scratch. And so I needed psyllium powder because when you are doing it without eggs and things, you need a kind of binder. And so this is a great binder to have. And so, and it also is a great source of fiber. So this is what I'm going to be using. You're supposed to use it sparingly. It's not like something you use all the time anyway, but it's great to have this on hand. So I got that. Then of course, I'm always going to have my, Ceylon cinnamon, which is from Simply Organic. And again, you guys, Ceylon cinnamon is the one that you should actually be using, not the other types of cinnamon. I didn't know that until more recently, in the last like 2 months or so. The Ceylon cinnamon is actually the purest cinnamon, and it's healthier. And so don't just get regular cinnamon that just says ground cinnamon, or don't just get, I think it's cassia cinnamon. Get the Ceylon cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon. That is the healthier cinnamon. Then of course, the last time I showed you guys, I got the rice ramens. This is our favorite. So got it again, a couple packs. And then I never showed you guys, but I told you guys, this is the brand of coffee that we use. So my husband drinks regular coffee. And so this is the Kicking Horse coffee brand. And this is actually their coffee beans that we roast in our Breville. So this is one of the flavors that my husband uses, but he uses their regular coffee beans. I don't drink caffeine like that, so I get the decaf version, but they have a great decaf version, which is awesome. They're whole beans as well. And so just grind those up in our espresso machine. And then I got Only Pump. They have minis, guys. I have not found these at Whole Foods because, again, I don't go in store. I usually get it delivered to my door, but they have the minis at Thrive, and I've been wanting to try them. And so that's what we got. We are Olipop fan here. We drink their probiotic sodas all the time. And so it's nice to see the minis. So I think we're probably going to buy the minis because it's nice to just have a smaller can than having a big one. And then I got 2 packs of blackening seasoning, which is their Thrive Market brand. I usually make it myself, but sometimes, again, you just want it already made. So I like their blackening seasoning spice blend. I've usually have bought it in the past, and it's really good. So I recommend. And then last but not least, I got these seaweed snacks, seaweed snack wraps kind of things. And so I got them in the smaller packages. I usually have like the big pack and they come in like the long sheet, but I think it's better to just have them already kind of small. So I got the sea salt, and then I also got the olive oil. So these are really, really great for just snacking on them just in general, or when we do like our salmon dip, which is kind of like a tuna salad, but it's with salmon, roasted salmon and all that, or just any other kind of dip kind of thing. That's like a really great addition. And we're doing that actually tonight for dinner. Not going to show you guys on the vlog, but that's what we're making for dinner. Something simple. Our usual salmon, roasted salmon kind of dip thing. But yeah, so that is really just it for Thrive Market. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. I actually got this new yogurt that I'm excited to try, and I will definitely keep you guys posted. I got this actually at Instacart. I was shocked that I didn't find it at Whole Foods, but I got it at Instacart. It's actually Coconut Cult. And so it is actually a very great yogurt that I heard about that has probiotics, and so it is dairy free. It's actually made out of coconut. It's coconut based. So this one is the original, so that means it's all coconut, but they have other flavors on their site. I want to do the subscription, which has all their flavors on their site and whatnot, but I first wanted to try at least a flavor to see if I like the texture and just the taste and all of that stuff before I do a whole subscription, because it ain't cheap, y'all. Like this little thing right here that's like 8 fluid ounces cost me $12. So it is not cheap, but I hear that it is excellent. And so again, health for me is wealth. And so I will spend the money if I know that it's worth it, not just because it's a high ticket price item, but if it's worth it and it's truly healthy, I'll buy it. So yeah, so I'm excited to try it. I will definitely let you guys know what I think about it. And if it's a go, then I will get the other flavors and do the subscription. But if it's a nah, then I guess I'll be looking again. Yeah, like I always tell you guys, I don't do a lot of dairy, or at least I've cut it down tremendously. So yogurts, like Greek yogurts and those things, I don't generally use unless I put it in like a smoothie or I'm baking with it, but just to eat it straight from the container, I don't really do that. So it's great to know that I can find a healthy version that is dairy free, that doesn't have all those extra gums and whatnot in it. I don't believe this literally, yeah, just contains coconut. So I'm excited to give it a try, folks. I really cannot wait. But it has a whole bunch of, it has 16 super live probiotic species, and it's really good. The ingredients is coconut cream, coconut meat, coconut water, and probiotic cultures. So you got me on 4 ingredients. So I'm gonna definitely keep you guys posted, let you guys know what I think, if it's really good or not. And then also if I get the other flavors, of course, I'm gonna show you guys and let you guys know what I think. But I've seen other vloggers who have tried the other flavors and they have been definitely for it. So I'm excited to give it a try. But yeah, but that is all that I've gotten from Thrive. Like I said, you guys will see me cooking some certain meals throughout this vlog. And so as always, guys, I just want to keep y'all up to date on just the healthier things. I know that a lot of the times people don't know what, a lot of times people don't know what ingredients to get. They don't know what's the healthier things. And just coming from food blogging and being a recipe developer, I understand ingredients for the most part. Still learning a lot, so I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a full-on expert. But there's a lot more that I understand because I have tested recipes. I have tested ingredients in recipes. I have tested all kinds of dietary type of recipes like vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, all of that stuff. So I'm more abreast than probably the average cook or baker that has not had a large range of those things. And so, yeah, so when I really recommend products in terms of like they're premium or they're high quality or they're healthy, is truly what I really, really mean. Not anything sponsored. Although I've worked with some of these brands, literally with Organs and Sweet Tea, none of what I'm saying is biased. I'm making sure that it's legitimately. So if I'm still using their product after working with them, then that must mean that yes, this is it literally was legit. And a lot of the times when I've worked at brands with Organs and Sweet Tea, I was already using their stuff. And if not, then I've discovered it through working with them and realized that it was excellent. So yeah, like I said, guys, all of these things are things that I definitely highly recommend. And if there's anything that changes or that I learn later on or find that's better, I will always keep you guys posted because I'm going to make sure that y'all are on it with it like me, right? So that's it for that. So I will see you guys a little bit. Almost forgot. Last thing. I didn't show you guys, but if you are a cookie fan and you're into cookies, I highly recommend this brand cookies. These are for my husband, but tried like probably 2 or 3 of their flavors. And then there's also this, which is the coconut crisp cookies, legitimate. So if you're into cookies that really feel like they're homemade, definitely Tate's Bake Shop. And I think you can find them like Whole Foods. I think I'm not sure if Target, but I've seen them in various different places. So it's not just Thrive Market, but yeah, literally legit. So just wanted to hop on again and just tell you guys like, get this. All right, that's it. I need to really be more grounded in my faith in you, regardless of what my circumstances might be, regardless of how long the wait might be, regardless of if I'm weary in a moment.
As the sun begins to rise, I can feel your arms around me, and your spirit fill the skies. In every breath.
Face all clean, folks. I'm about to put on my Alla Hendrickson Flash Facial. I'm just gonna put this on, translucent kind of gel-like cream. Paint it on your face. Just spread a good layer on. And I just have this on my face while I shower. And it really makes your skin glow. So I use this rarely. Probably like once a month. Just because most of the times, honestly, I don't remember to actually do this. But a lot of the times, just my facial cleanser at night is enough because I have like my night cream and all that stuff that does an excellent job with creating a nice moisture and glow and barrier at night. So I usually don't have to use this, but feeling to use it today. Yeah, so you just put it all over. Boom. I don't know if you can see. My face just looks shiny, but it has like a light kind of color to it. And that's it. So you just let this sit for like 5 to 10 minutes and then you rinse it off. Well, actually you wipe it off with like a damp towel or a damp rag or cloth. So I usually use my disposable cloths and I just wet it with like some warm water. Voila, that's that. Now that I've put that on, I'm about to hop in the shower and then we will chat once I'm out. Be back. All right, y'all. So I'm nice and showered. As you can see, now I've already wiped and washed off everything that I had on, the face mask. So now I am about to do my skincare. But before that, I wanted to say, you guys, there's a song that I've just been listening to. If you guys have been watching my vlogs or just following me, then you know that I love Dunsin Oyekin. And so he has this new song that he came out with John Wiles from Bethel Music, and it has just been on repeat. It is called Burn. Definitely recommend you tap into that. I will have that linked in my playlist that I have that's entitled Faith Tribe playlist in the description. So if you want to hear all the songs worship songs and stuff that I like to listen to, they're all there in that playlist. But this song is just definitely just one that I wanted you guys to hear.
Burn my altar. Yes, my heart's cry, Holy Spirit, burn.
So yeah, that song has been on repeat since it came out a few days ago. Dunsin never does any wrong, man. I'm telling you, his songs are so timely. It's so Holy Spirit led. I just love it. If you guys don't know about Dunsin, definitely highly recommend. I'll probably put a pop-up here for you to see like his latest album. It's just, if you're really a worshiper, Dunsin. And there's so many others too, but again, they're all like people that I really, really listen to is in my playlist. But yeah, guys, now that I am done, as you guys saw, I did my little facial spray. This is the mist. This is a new addition to my nighttime routine, but it is one that I have been loving. It's the Tower 28 Daily Rescue Facial Spray. And so this is what I spray on after I have cleansed my face and all is dry, and it is great. It says that it does quite a few things, but it soothes, it purifies, and it renews your skin. So it really is great, especially if you have acne prone skin. This is really great too. And then after that, tonight I'm going to do my retinol. So this is by Shari Darden. I've told you guys about her products. I have a few of her stuff, including her serums and her face mask, the LED light that you guys saw, the LED light mask. That's from her. Yeah, her stuff are really, really good. Now she has a few of her products at Sephora, so you can actually get it there. But a lot of her other stuff are actually on her site, like her serums and stuff, like the vitamin C serums and stuff that I like to use. So you definitely can, shop at Sephora and also shop on her site if you want to get those. But yeah, so I'm using retinol tonight. So that's what I'm going to put on. And then I'm going to add a moisturizer, which has been another new addition. At least this one anyway, is another new addition to my nighttime routine. But I have been loving it. I've been using it for the past week now. And definitely been loving it. It has definitely moisturized my face, keeps my skin glowing when I wake up. And it's the Elemis Superfood Midnight Facial Moisturizer. So literally, like a little bit goes a long way with this. As you can see, the consistency is pretty thick. So you just dollop it on. Literally, that's all you need. And voila, it actually has like a fruity smell. Yeah, it has like a kind of a fruity kind of smell, but it really smells good to me. Like, I don't like scented stuff like that, but this is bearable. Like, I don't really, it hasn't bothered me like, oh my gosh, it's super smelly or anything like that. So I definitely, it's like a really nice kind of subtle almost. Like, it's apparent, but it's like almost soft, and it's not like overbearing. Like, you know how some stuff smells like perfume and stuff like that. It's like, nah, it's not like that. So yeah, so that's it. That's what I do for a quick thing. Because like I said, I did my flash facial mask. So that on top of all of this will just do its thing for the night. I have been just loving how clear the face is getting. Like, as you can see, the dark spots are really fading. So they're just like light brown at this point. And so I've just really been loving it. As you can see on this side, it's not much, like there's a lot of freckles, guys. So don't focus on the freckles, but like this part on this side is very faint, but like it's just a few spots on this side with like the hyperpigmentation and dark spots. But on this side, it's still a few more. And so as I just continue to just use the products, I also have these dark spot that I showed you guys in my Sephora haul, these dark spot kind of little dot things that you can put on your face to deal with the dark spots in like each position. So I'm probably going to do that maybe over the weekend, God's willing. But for right now, just do my usual. And I've noticed that since I've changed my diet and have been drinking a lot more water, like my skin has just been so clear. Like I rarely now get pimples like that. Only obviously during times of my cycle or close to my cycle, like very close to my cycle. And I think that's just because of hormonal shifts greatly, but really and truly, like usually I'll get breakouts a lot because of like sweets and other things that I was eating. But now that I've changed my diet, like I haven't gotten anything in a little while. So it's making progress, folks. And then of course I have my lip balm by Made. And so this is in, I would think they would have the color here. I would have to see what color this is. I thought they would have it on here. They don't. But it's one of the nude colors. So as you can see, it just looks shiny. Yeah, but they have like, I think a few colors that are like tinted. So they call them like tinted lip balms and treatments. But this one I think is in the nude. I will definitely, well, I think I actually told you guys during my Sephora haul. So if you look to the Sephora haul of this vlog, you'll see the, I think I mentioned the names of the two that I got. So, yep, so that is it. Face is clean and all done. Hair is finished, as you can see. So I got my bonnet on. Guys, if you don't have this bonnet for when you get braids, like this bad boy is long, as you can see, and it's just perfect for the braids. So I'll have that linked in my Amazon shop, actually. If you don't have this bonnet, definitely highly, highly recommend. It has been a game changer when it comes to braids. Like I don't have to do all the twisting and tying and all that extra stuff. Like it just works. But yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm going to head off now, and so I will see you guys in a little bit. Good night.
Hey y'all, happy Thursday. I wanted to show you guys real quick this new meat place that I got some of my meats from. As you guys know, I mostly eat chicken and do fish, but this year I'm tapping into a little bit of the meats, just a little, not too much. But I found this place. I was researching like, cause I want to get quality meats, right, when you're stepping into red meat. So I looked into this place and found this place called Porter Road, which is like an online butcher, literally. And so I got a few meats from there, and I wanted to show you guys because I am definitely excited to try it. Their meats look so premium, so fresh, everything. So this is the bacon. As you guys know, well, you probably don't know, but I don't really do the pork like that. I do eat regular bacon, but I prefer not to eat any pork stuff. So this is actually beef bacon. And I was so excited when I saw that they had beef bacon. And do you see the thick cut. Like, yeah, I'm excited to give these a try. Definitely will be making these soon for breakfast. And then I also got like 2 packs of, apparently they had Korean ribs. Never seen or heard of them, but they are like super thin cut, sliced kind of ribs. And so when I saw it, I was like, ooh, this looks interesting. It almost looks like a thicker cut bacon. Yeah, so I'm excited to try that. I've gotten 2 packs because I feel like I'm probably gonna like that. And then I got actually a steak, a ribeye steak. And so I got 1. And this is what I'm more than likely going to be making for Valentine's Day for the hubs. And so you guys will obviously see that in this vlog. You'll see me make that with a few other things. And so, yeah, so that's what I got so far. I wanted to test them out first, see how their meats are, and then going forward, invest in doing it in a subscription. They actually have a subscription, but what I love about them versus the other ones, some of the other ones, is that you can actually do a la carte. So you don't have to do a subscription. You can actually just buy whatever meats you want and not commit to a subscription if you don't want. So you have both options, which is really cool. I was doing a lot of research. I saw like ButcherBox and all the other ones that are really popular come up, but I did a lot of like pros and cons and weighed just the differences between all of them. And I was sold on Porter Road. Sorry. Yeah, I was sold on Porter Road. Their stuff comes actually fresh. So if you are looking to actually make something the moment it arrives, you can. And then you can also freeze it like I did for later use. So that is awesome option as well. Yeah. So for me personally, I really am loving it so far. It didn't take long to ship, took a few days. And once it shipped, it literally arrived like next day or the day after. So it's really fast in terms of shipping. Again, their stuff came super fresh. It looks really premium. So I'm excited to try it and then test it out and see how it tastes and all the things. But I saw a lot of great reviews about it. And so I'm excited, and I will definitely share that with you guys. And of course, like I said, you guys are going to see me make steak. And probably the bacon, because I will be trying this for breakfast. But I'm about to make something to eat right now and then do a bit of admin work for today and then probably shoot a little bit later. But yeah, see you guys later. In the mail, I've been needing to actually replace or refill my coffee syrups. And usually I use Tarani, which is like a well-known sweetener for coffees and syrups, but I wanted something healthier. And honestly, like I said, I've been on my healthy journey and we're doing it as a family. So I definitely didn't want to necessarily buy that even for lattes. So I did research, found a brand that actually has organic coffee syrups that are healthier. So I just got them in today. And so I have one, which is caramel, and it's actually by Manin. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but it's, as you can see, a large glass bottle it comes in. So this is the Manin brand. And so this is the gourmet syrup, their caramel flavor that I got because I love the caramel. And then I also got their organic gourmet syrup in vanilla. So I am excited to try those two. I will definitely let you guys know after trying it in my lattes if they are really good. But I feel a lot better knowing that they are organic and they're a lot less of the filler kind of ingredients. The caramel one specifically, it actually tells you that it's literally just like a small list. It literally says organic cane sugar, water, organic natural flavor, and citric acid. And then obviously that's it. Like that's literally it, like 5 ingredients. So I'm like, can't beat that versus the Tarani stuff. So I am excited to try these. People have said that it really tastes premium. You can taste the difference. So the reviews have been good. The only thing is that people say the price, which usually is always the case. Unfortunately, price is going to be super expensive for the things that are more quality and more premium, unfortunately, as it should not be, but it is. So I'm just like, it is what it is. I'd rather just know that it's healthier than care about the price. And I know that's me being fortunate and privileged enough to be able to do so, but I am excited to try it. So like I said, I will definitely keep you guys posted, that you guys know if it is good. I just have to change the labels on my syrup canisters because they were obviously for like the toasted marshmallow flavor and the brown sugar flavor I had from Tarani. So I got to just change those labels over. And then last but not least, guys, I actually got a new beauty. gonna show you guys. So I got a new waffle maker, folks. I'm super excited because I actually haven't had a waffle maker in some time. I had one back in the day. Actually, I had two. One by this brand, Krups, and then another by Cuisinart. And the one from Krups I loved, but it was super bulky and huge. And then the one from Cuisinart was like a double-decker one so that you can flip it around, and it actually did two sides that did waffles. But the only thing I hated about waffle makers is that they didn't clean. It was so hard to maintain them. But this one, which is so awesome, the reason why I got this one instead of another Cuisinart is because this one has removable plates. So it's definitely going to be easy to just remove these plates and just wash them regularly. And that's it. And the great thing is I love this one versus my other old Krups one is because this is like actually a lot more compact and it's not as bulky and huge. So I am excited to actually make waffles in them because I've been wanting waffles for so long, and the only thing has just been the maintenance of the waffle machine. But this is going to make it much easier to just take out the plates and wash. And so you guys are going to see me make waffles obviously in the coming days, and I can't wait to test it out, see how it is. The old Krups one was actually really good. The only difference is that I didn't think it had a specific timer, so you can set it on the timer. You can only set the heat level, but they didn't burn. It actually came out really good. And when I was researching between the Cuisinart and the Krups, people said they liked how the waffles came out with the Krups because it had a crisp on the outside and softness on the inside versus the Cuisinart, which just kind of was cake-like and soft, which I'm like, I like a soft waffle, but I like the crisp on the outside. That's the point, versus having pancake. So you don't want a pancake in like a waffle shape. So I went with the Krups. And so I'm excited to try it. So once I try that, I will definitely keep you guys posted. Obviously, again, you guys are going to see it, so you'll be able to see how that turns out. I will also have this waffle machine linked in my Amazon shop, which will be in the description, as well as these syrups as well. So for the syrups, you can just always just go to the like my favorite pantry items or my favorite brands. It's the one that has the food list, and then there will be a list that will be for cooking, which I'll have the Krups in. So yeah, so I have different lists for different things, but you will see them in my Amazon shop linked in the description. But yeah.
Forever is never enough, babe. And we already started late. Don't wanna leave it up to fate. I got the key ready to go where you and drive. Take all my worries and my fears away on this ride. It's time we decide. Make it plain as day. We're running out of space. Running out of places to run to, but I know that I want you. So can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a lifetime with you. Can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a lifetime with you. Can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a lifetime with you. Can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a lifetime with you. Can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a Right now, I'll take all the blame if we wrong, but we don't have all day. Running out of space, running out of places to run to, but I know that I want you. So can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a lifetime with you. Can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a lifetime with you. Can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a lifetime with you. Can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a lifetime with you. Grow and change every day. It'd be my pleasure to keep learning you in every way. Time in a lifetime for your love, for your love. There's not enough time in a lifetime. So can I get a lifetime with you? I just want a lifetime with you. The rest of my lifetime with you. Can I get a lifetime with you?